6'3" assailant.
You tell me where he is. You're conducting the investigation. Where is he?
You were set up the other day. Bastard suckered you out. The last thing you need is to get in a hassle. How much?
$1,000. Why don't you start counting it out?
Police officers don't.
I know it's sort of a mystery to some of you. We figured we better get some uniforms into this act. We don't want the local citizenry around here calling the cops on us. I'd hate to get blown away by our own people. Anyway, what we got here is a large-scale receiver. Hijacked truckloads are dropped and then repacked in this warehouse. Tonight there's a load of color TVs. We got a search warrant. 5 minutes after the truck arrives, we move in. Now, I'll coordinate with this thing. When we hit him hard. We don't announce till we get inside. These people are all into something pretty heavy. Our information says they're all armed. Now, you got anything to add?
You covered it.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay, Pep, everybody set?
He's in.
All right, let's go.
Police! Hold it! Don't move! All right, hands on top of your heads. Get him up there. Try to face the truck. Let's go!
All right, let's check him out.
Search him. Joe, give me a hand. It's a dry run.
Yep.
We'll look around this joint. You're in charge.
You got no right in here without a warrant.
Oh. Read, but don't touch. All right? Searching again.
He's only a kid.
Years old.
How could you know Bastry had a nephew living with him? You didn't know the boy was going to be in the warehouse, right?
15 years old, Pep.
You didn't have a fight with a boy. Isn't that right? That's what you told me. That's what you've got to tell them. Is that right? Hello?
Yeah, Pep. It's Joe. How's he doing?
Oh, okay.
You take care of him here. And look, let me talk to him for a minute.
Hold on. It's Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Hey, Billy. Look, the guys in Internal Affairs want to talk with you.
When?
Now? And they're surprised you're not down here.
Oh, Joe, you gotta help me. I can't do it tonight. Listen, tell them I've been drinking. Tell them I'm loaded. I'm not in any condition to talk, okay?
Yeah, okay. Tomorrow morning?
Yeah, tomorrow, okay.
And look, Bill, don't lose your cool with the guys, okay? Because they can be pretty tough.
Come in.
Crowley. Sit down. I'm Lieutenant Boycine. This is Lieutenant Sullivan. There are a number of questions we want to ask you about this homicide, but first I want to advise you of your constitutional
Why
rights.
isn't homicide handling this thing? I mean, they're not headhunters. They're street cops. They know how these things can happen.
We also know how these things happen, and we're going to get the facts before we submit our report to the chief and/or the grand jury.
Why would you submit it to the grand jury?
We may have a manslaughter. Look, Sergeant, our investigation takes precedence over any other departmental investigation, so you will cooperate to the fullest.
Yeah. Well, what if I don't feel like answering any of your questions?
Then we'll suspend you. You give us no choice. So why be foolish? Why make a tough job tougher?
Listen, Crowley, I don't think there's going to be any problem, really, regarding a criminal prosecution. But you have to satisfy the department.
I don't believe that. Isn't that one of those off-the-record remarks to get me to loosen up? I mean, what do I do now? Do I bare my soul, pour my heart out? This is on, isn't it?
Yes, it's on. You know the rules. Now, may we continue?
You know the story. I laid it all out to the homicide officers.
There are gaps in it. Too many. As an example, where is your 6'3" assailant?
You tell me where he is. You're conducting the investigation. Where is he?
The victim was 5'5" and 132 pounds and 15 years old. None of the other police personnel reported any assault, and the civilians present tell a completely different story.
Civilians?
There was no
What
6'3" man in that warehouse.
Wait a minute. You talking about Bastry and the rest of that garbage? They're not civilians. They're hoods. They're criminals. This was a fence operation we busted into. It wasn't a convent.
Maybe so, Crowley, but you certainly didn't prove it. Maybe you had a legal right to bust in there, but no contraband was recovered. No crime was committed. Therefore, no arrests were made, right? So these people have to be considered as witnesses.
Witnesses?
Plain, ordinary, legitimate witnesses.
You gotta be kidding me. It was after midnight. What do you think they were doing there if they weren't waiting for a hot load?
Bastry has a lease on a place. The others say they're friends of his. I know. It's all bull. But he comes off clean on this one.
And I'm the heavy, right?
We're not here to judge you, Sergeant. We only investigate.
You're off this week. What's the matter? Haven't you got a home?
Sometimes I wonder. You know, Joe just phoned me and told me what happened. I thought maybe there was something I could do to help.
You know, like what?
I don't know. Maybe we could just talk a little bit. Something I would say would make you feel a little better.
Thanks, Pete. You just said it.
Here we are, folks. These are on Clark and Lynn. They said good luck.
It's pretty interesting, isn't it? I don't even get along with those two guys, and they're wishing me luck.
They're cops. Pretty good ones, too. They know that something like this could happen to any one of us.
Sure happening to me. By the time those 6 thieves get through testifying against me, I'll be lucky if I don't come off looking like some kind of an animal.
You reacted like anyone would. It happened, Bill. You can't change it. You can't do it over.
Of course it happened, Pap. Of course I can't change it. Jeez, it's hard enough to live with something like this without having the whole department come down on my head. Why the hell would they use a kid like that?
I don't know. We have to find that man you saw. There's an awful lot of people willing to go to bat for you, Bill.
Oh, will you knock it off? Half my life was involved in this thing, and you sit there giving me platitudes. It just wasn't worth it, kid.
You stop feeling sorry for yourself. What'd you expect when you took that badge? An egg in your beer? Come on. Show 'em, Bill. Use your head, you big dumb cop. Show 'em you had a right to hit that warehouse. And where it was a terrible tragedy, it was an accident.
You're starting to sound like me.
I've been called worse. I'm gonna start behaving like you and thinking like you. Now we're gonna have to get that guy, and there's only one way to do it. He has to be one of Bastry's people, so we move in on Bastry.
No, my information was good. You screwed it up, not me. Now I gotta sit here for another 3 years.
Fine time to think about that.
Bergen, you help us get Bastry. You help us make a case, show that he really is a large-scale receiver. And you got the same deal you had before. Same deal.
Look, I got my information from a friend. He's like a brother. I can't involve him. Look, I promised him. I can't go back on my word.
Eddie, we have to deal with your friend directly this time. You gotta trust us. We've always been fair with you in the past. We won't be any different now. You have to give us a chance to talk to your friend.
No way.
Eddie, we won't press him, I promise you. And if he helps us, you stand a very good chance of getting out of here. And there's so much more now involved than just one good arrest.
Okay. But I sure hope that your word is better than mine.
Let's walk outside. It's a lot quieter out here. If Eddie sent you, he must think you're all right. I'll go along with it.
You two must have had quite a relationship.
Relationship. I guess you could call it that. We were partners. We still are. A lot of years behind us. We're close.
This Conrad?
That's right. If you want to talk to a saint, go to church.
Are you willing to try again?
When I spotted the meat and the switch, it was purely by accident. I followed it up because I had nothing better to do. It was like a hobby. Then we figured out how we could make it work for Eddie. But I got no beef with these guys. It's their hustle. It's none of my business.
So you've paid your debt to Eddie and now you want out, is that it?
Maybe. Just how far would you expect me to go?
You'd be helping us, too. Not just Eddie.
I only owe Eddie. But I'll make a deal with you. If I go along with this move, will you people put your weight behind Eddie's parole, win or lose?
You got it.
I pulled a hustle once in Nevada. Worked out really good. Be a hell of a move if I could make it work again. Even if it was for the heat.
I'm sorry about your nephew. But when that cop busted in, I panicked, hit him, and ran. I've never been at the spot during a delivery before. I can't afford to get busted. I'll lose my license.
And if you had been at the spot before, you'd know that the first truck is always a dummy, just in case the cops are planted on us.
Lou, I'm sorry about your nephew.
Oh, cut the garbage. I hardly knew him, and you didn't know him at all. You know, if I didn't need you for the leases on that warehouse, I'd lose you so fast for running scared.
What are we stopping for?
I've hit the TV and the radio. Let's see what the newspapers have to say.
Well, I've seen better pictures of you.
They're just not going to let up, are they? All I get going for me is a retired con man.
Mr. Bastry, my name is Milton Brooks.
Oh, come in.
Thank you. Thank you for granting me this interview at such a trying time.
Pleasure. Sit down. I'm more than anxious to get the truth out before the police try to cover it up.
Such a nice-looking boy. What was he doing there?
He was with me.
I read that. But what was he doing there?
What are you getting at? I told you he was with me, visiting.
Mr. Bastry, I know your offense. A very good one on a fairly large scale. I commend your business abilities. I commend you also for having the ability not only to stay out of jail, but to turn the tables on the cops.
What are you, some kind of plant? You, out! Hey, what is this?
It's a business proposition, Mr. Bastry. The gun is only a pacifier while we talk business. Now, would you please sit down? Thank you. I had an operation going in San Diego. Pretty good one. Then my partner got busted and I had to pull out. But I have a huge outlet for some hot cigarettes. I understand you handle them by the truckload.
So what do you want from me?
Your street contacts, truckers that want to make a few bucks, hijackers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why don't you have me checked out, Mr. Bastry? Surely a man of your stature has people that could do that.
Sure, I can do it. But why should I?
Because we're going to make a lot of money. Together. I need those cigarettes. I would be willing to finance the first load. Why don't you have me checked out?
You'd put up 10 grand? You made your point.
My business card where you can reach me.
Drop it on the table. On your way out. Take this number down. 555-1483. Name Milton Brooks.
Yeah, well, what do you want me to do with it?
I want him checked out as an investor.
A working investor?
Could be. Could be a setup. Do something for your money for a change.
I'll have him processed for a bondsman's license. Prints and all. If he has a record, it'll show it. Let the cops do our work for us.
Clever.
Sergeant Crowley. Now you're trying to kill me. Hey, would one of you people call a policeman? I want to file a report.
That was a dumb stunt, Crowley. You know, I thought you were getting a rough deal before this, and I could even understand your attitude to a point. But as of this moment, you are officially suspended as a police officer pending a Board of Rights hearing by the department.
It's just beautiful, huh? It's really beautiful. I'll tell you what I should have done. I should have driven that creep Bastry right into the ground.
That's exactly why we're suspending you. So you'll stay away from him.
Lieutenant, I'm a civilian now, and I'll do as I damn please.
No, you won't. You're a suspended cop, and you'll do as you're ordered.
There's been an injunction filed that prohibits you from any contact with Bastry or to present yourself in the vicinity of his residence. Now, you violate this order, Crowley, and you'll be arrested.
Now, wait a minute. You've just tried him, found him guilty, and now you're sentencing him.
He's not being suspended because of the incident with the boy, but because he won't let up on Bastry till this thing is settled. And the department can't afford any embarrassment caused by Sergeant Crowley.
Doesn't he have any rights? Nobody's let up on him the whole time since this thing happened. Criminals get tried in courts. Cops get tried in newspapers.
You might as well save your breath, Pep. I sure wouldn't want to embarrass the department.
I'll take your gun, your badge, and your ID card.
As far as I'm concerned, you're the only real cop in this room right now. You're the only one knowing at least two.
Relax, pretty lady. I made the contact with Bastry.
Yeah?
He even had me checked out by a bail bond office. Stanley Lawrence Associates.
Who is he? What's his thing?
I don't know yet. I haven't met him face to face. He really went into my past, though. You know my record. Bastry loves me.
You think if we lean on him, we can try and get him to do something for us now?
No. If we lean on him too hard, he could back out.
Yeah, I realize that. But Crowley's on the outside looking in, and it's wiping him out.
Let me tell you something. It's not too healthy for my partner either. He's on the inside looking out.
You made your point.
Look, I'm a selfish guy. I'm not in this to be charitable to Crowley. If anything I do for Eddie helps him, good. If not...
You're an unusual crook. You're very honest.
I just wanted to set it straight. I tell you what, a couple years from now, I'll really make you happy. I'll lie to you. You're a good cop, pretty lady, but I'm a good con man, and right now, you're in my ballpark.
Yeah? So?
We wait. Meanwhile, you've got your work cut out for you. You've got to raise me a bankroll.
Oh, you were saving the goodies for the last. You are a crook.
Bastard's got no money. Put in all he had to buy this new location. He lives pretty high on the hog. He's almost broke.
That's good. He has to go back to work.
That's right. But I got in because I promised to finance this new deal. $10,000 minimum.
You sticking it to me.
Listen, you don't think I tap danced and smiled my way in, do you? I'll keep it as low as I can, but $10,000 is the minimum. You've got to have it ready.
This is the police department you're dealing with. You know what I got to go through to get that kind of money?
That's your problem. And by the way, tell your people to stay away from Bastry's apartment.
What
He's
people?
shaky. If he sees there's any trouble, he could duck out.
There's no one from our office sitting on Bastry.
There was when I was there 2 hours ago.
Turn on the air conditioning. It's like a steam bath in here.
It's my steam bath, okay? You weren't invited.
What do you expect to accomplish hanging around here?
What am I going to accomplish hanging around my apartment?
You stick around here, you're going to do something dumb. You were set up the other day. Bastry suckered you out. The last thing you need is to get in a hassle right
Just
now.
can it, will you, Pepper? Now, can it? The last thing I need is big sister advice from you. I'm on my own now, Pep. I'm a plain, private, ordinary citizen.
Not quite, Bill. You are a suspended cop with a set of double standards hanging over your head.
I don't care about their rules anymore. I mean that.
I can't defend what they did to you. Even if I agreed with them, I'm too close to it. But just sitting out here is just adding to your grief. There are people who care a great deal about what happens to you, even if you don't.
Well, what I've got just might be contagious, so you better tell them not to get involved.
No, you go tell him. You go tell Joe not to walk around and throw his files across his desk. And tell Pete not to tell the lieutenant he doesn't give a damn. He's picked a fight with every superior in the building. For you. Yeah.
We gotta change his name to Rooster.
They care, Bill. They may not know how to show it, and neither one of them is very talkative, so they don't know what to say, but they care, and you know it.
I just gotta do something, Pep.
Just wait. That's what we're doing. We're just waiting. Listen. I got a little mad money stashed away. You need any extra cash?
You went out working the streets again.
Not for a couple of real good dinners.
Look, I know I can swing a few hundred. Maybe get everyone around here to come up with the same amount. But that'd only be a couple of thousand, the whole thing. I'd have to go all the way to the top to get $10,000.
Then go to the top, Lieutenant.
It would look like we're plotting to frame Bastry.
Or at least to get even with him.
Well, if we don't get the money, we won't have to answer to anybody about what we want to do. You know, we won't even have a chance to try.
You know that would be leaving the department open to a lot of criticism.
I don't care. Do you really care? I'm tired of worrying about the department. It's not a human. It's a big, clumsy, insensitive thing. And Bill Crowley is a human. And doesn't the department owe him something, too? Like about 18 years of breaking his back and 24 hours a day of giving when nobody else would. You know, it's not supposed to be a one-way street. He needs some support now, and he has a right to expect it.
You know whose neck is on the line if it doesn't work, don't you? But I'll try, Pepper.
You've got to do more than that. You have to get it. Even if it doesn't work, we owe Bill the chance.
You want a guarantee?
Are you giving me one?
Okay, you got it.
The money is waiting. I'm waiting. Crowley is waiting.
There should be some action within the next week.
You sure?
I don't have a written guarantee, but that's the way it adds up. Bastry's out of cash. He needs the action.
You know how important this is. You have to be sure.
Add it up. The funeral was expensive. He wanted to make a big show. He's got that Chrome Palace he calls an apartment. He's got 2 people on his payroll. He even asked me for money for an advance on the new location.
How much?
$1,000. Why don't you start counting it out? It's worth it to know the exact location. It's berth 154, an empty terminal at the harbor.
When will you find out the time?
He has to come to me for the rest of the money. Get your people set. Be careful this time. The first truck doesn't mean anything. Let it pass. Watch out for a spotter. He's got one.
While you're here, why don't you confess your sins?
In this application, you say that the premises in question were controlled by one James Bastry and are being used as a storehouse for stolen property. On what do you base this?
Well, Your Honor, we have information from an informant who's proved to be reliable in the past.
Did you people really think that I would sign this warrant?
Why, yes, Your Honor. I can see no reason why not. I mean, it's been prepared correctly, and it, plus the facts that we presented, should more than show a legal right to obtain a warrant.
Is that your legal opinion, Lieutenant?
It's my opinion, sir, based on 24 years of experience.
Well, it's not my opinion, and I'm refusing this application.
On what basis?
Another warrant for this James Bastry at this time, in light of the publicity, would constitute poor judgment on my part and possibly harassment. I'm not about to enter into any conspiracy with the police department so that you can attempt to save the reputation of a suspended police officer. No judge will sign this warrant, and probably no other warrant for some time. And now, if you'll excuse me.
Oh, cut him loose. Bruce has done it again.
Yeah, well, that's the last thing in the world I would have expected to happen. Well, there's no legal reason why he shouldn't have signed this warrant.
We could try another judge.
Oh, Pepper, you know. No, the judge is going to sign that thing now. Bruce has put the hex on it. Look, you know these judges, they never override each other.
Talk about conspiracy.
Conspiracy's the least of my problems. You know, I signed on for $10,000 for a raid that's never going to take place. Already spent $1,000 of it. How do I account for it? What do I tell him? I backed Bastary because he was broke? Punch that thing again, will you? Judges.
Pete, I haven't helped Crowley one bit. I haven't helped anyone except Bastary. I have botched it. I've blown it, Pete. I know that. I got the lieutenant involved. Brooks is right in the middle of it. He could get himself killed. I even gave Berrigan the false hope he might get out of jail. Why do I always think I know more than everybody else?
I know what you mean. Listen, why don't you go home and get some rest, Pep? Forget about all this for a while. I'll give Bill a call and tell him what's happening. I mean, he's pretty involved in this too, you know?
And since, William, you are the most devious in our select group, we decided to bring the problem here.
I bet you should have brought that judge here. I'd like to get my hands on him right now.
A lot of good that'd do. You just slither through your fingers.
It's obvious. The only way to do it is to duke somebody into the operation, place one of our people on the inside, an undercover cop. Then we'll work on finding out who our 6'3" mystery man is.
I'll make it Pepper.
He knows Pepper. He knows Joe, too.
Pete.
No, he didn't know Pete. Pete was on suspension that week.
Well, there's one decision made.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's easy. Now, who's going to try to sell this new deal to Brooks?
The only way we're going to pull it off now is for you to introduce an undercover man into it.
No way.
What do you think, Eddie?
I think you're a real cute broad. What am I supposed to say to him? Go do it? And maybe he gets blown away while I sit here nice and safe? Or do I say no good? And I sit here for the next 3 years. Milt has to carry that around on his back, you know, figuring that he might have been able to help me get out. Who's conning home?
I'm not sure I could pull it off, even if I wanted to.
Why? Do you think you can get away with it?
I don't know. I've been pulling a string in real slow. Maybe I could just give it a yank.
Why don't we get him greedy? Up the ante.
There's a 10G limit on the bank.
Well, then get hard with him. If he's ready to bite, pull the string. Give him rules.
What if he don't bite?
Then what do we lose? We're no better off than we were before.
Except for your 3 years and my one body.
You could pressure him from both sides of his head. More money and a new deal. Charmer, Milty. You're the best in the business.
The charm I got. But there's still a 10G limit on the bank.
You still holding my money from the last score?
About $8 grand.
Then throw that in the pot, too.
That's all the stash you got.
Might just make the deal.
Okay. Say it's in. But that's still not enough for a top-grade truckload of goods.
Gentlemen, I have a couple $1,000s in the bank. I'll throw it in.
How can we miss? It's just like the old days. We just made a 2G score.
So it's all set for tomorrow night. I'll get you half a load of cigarettes. 11 grand. It's a good deal.
All right. I'll get my man ready.
What man? You don't need any man. I got my own people.
You're gonna be kidding. I got a right to have my own man, somebody to cover my back.
I'll cover your back. I got a lookout outside. Too many people in this thing already. I don't like working with strange faces I haven't broken bread with.
He's been with me for years. He's covered my back plenty of times. I'll vouch for him. Who's going to vouch for you?
Who's going to vouch for me? No way, Brooks. No strangers.
Just hold it, hold it. The guy is my partner. He's the money man. We need those cigarettes. How much would it cost us for the whole load?
The whole load? Oh, well, probably bring it in for 18.5.
All right. I'll take the whole load. I'll raise the money. But my man stays in.
Well, that's different. We can use him for the extra unloading.
Look about 6:30 to you.
Sure does.
Oh, Bill.
Yeah, Pete.
Pigeons have arrived. You spotted the lookout?
Yeah. I think it's our boy.
Any problems?
No problems. We left the driver tied up on the side of the highway a couple of hours before he could call the cops.
How many?
50,000 cartons.
Get the offload truck in here. Tell them we're ready. Open it up.
Could I take a look at the merchandise?
It's all here. Satisfied? The money. Hurry up, I got a date.
You don't have to count it. It's all there, every nickel.
Put it in a safe place. I don't want it around here.
I think we better start loading up the truck.
Sebastry, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
Anytime.
Hey, you guys want to give me a little muscle?
Police officers, nobody move. Take him. I sent in the black and whites, code 3.
You set me up. Why?
Because, Mr. Bastry, you're going to take my partner's place in jail.
Hey, get out of there. There's an army of cops.
We're on our way. You better split two.
No, this way, this way!
What are you doing here, Crowley? You just couldn't stay out of it, could you?
Who's this one? Any good street cop should be able to figure that out. This was a guy came at me in the warehouse that night. Big guy, 6'3". Isn't that right?
Look, it was an accident. I was scared, man. I was scared.
You got any more questions?
Yeah, I got one. What's wrong with him?
I think he's got a bellyache. Up, Puck.
Yeah, that would take a minute. Right.
Okay, fellas, fresh from the delicatessen. Yeah, oh, here you go. Dig in.
Little something for you.
What's this?
That's your $2,000. I gave them a packed roll, but I didn't want to rip you off.
How much did you beat him for? Tell him about the one that got away.
Hey, who likes turkey?
I'm gonna lay a little truth on you, Pep. A few days ago, I killed a 15-year-old kid, and that seemed pretty tragic to me at the time. But it wasn't long till I forgot about him. It seemed even more tragic that my career was sliding down the drain. I mean, they actually took my little badge away from me. I got very caught up in survival. Now, with everybody's help, I got my little badge back. And everything's okay. They say everything's the same. But it's not, Pepper. And it won't ever be again. Where's Bobo?
Where is he? I already told you I don't know where he is, man, and that's the truth.
One of them took off cross country in his chopper, probably got Pepper with him as a hostage.
Aurore di bianco vestita, già l'uscio ti schiudi al gran sole.
What are you doing?
Già con le rosso sedita, carezza di fiore lo stuolo. It's breaking my heart to remember.
The women must be allowed to work any division of the department they choose.
Well, yeah, sure.
Good. Then you'll sign one and send it up, right?
If it'll help, yeah, I'll sign.
Great.
Welcome to the task force.
Mount up! My name is Officer Mateo, and I'm here to teach you how to ride that motorcycle.
Can I take it with me tonight?
It's not funny, Anderson. From stars I'll make you cry, and kneel before you. I pray you'll take my hand. I adore you.
Her name's Joan DeMarco. She's the daughter of a state senator. Ran off with a chopper freak about a year ago.
Know his name?
His name is Robert Olchin. He calls himself Bobo.
Joan DeMarco, where is she?
Johnny DeMarco. Oh, Marco Polo. She became a famous world traveler, so she must be traveling, you know.
These past couple of months, they've really been great. Hey. Listen to me. Somebody's watching us through the window. Dr. Guy, please. Rick Mateo.
Is he dead?
He suffered a linear skull fracture, causing an epidural hematoma. There's bleeding between the brain and the skull itself. We had to operate to relieve the pressure to prevent severe brain damage. But no more if he comes out of the coma.
You think he's going to make it?
I'm sorry, Sergeant Burnett, it doesn't look like it.
I want to see him, Doctor.
Sergeant, he's
I
comatose
want
still,
to,
won't he?
please.
That's right. I just figured you didn't know how to pronounce it.
Far so good.
Like some fresh popcorn, too, okay? Thank you. You look tired.
A little bit.
Well,
Terrific.
you know, I was looking at those vacation records yesterday.
Are you going to start that again?
You have not had a real vacation in 2 years.
I don't want vacation.
Yeah. You know what I think you ought to do is take one of those cruises.
I don't want to go on a cruise. Above all, I don't want a cruise, okay?
I think you ought to go on one of those cruises where you just go to an island and lie there and eat and drink, soak up the sun, and trade beads.
I don't have any beads.
No, you buy the beads there, Pep. Wear them around your neck. When you want something, you just pop off a bead and trade for it.
What if I run out of beads?
Well, knowing you, you'll think of something.
I'm going back to the hospital.
There's nothing you can do, Pep.
If you were in the hospital, that's where I'd be.
Let's go.
Come on in, Larry. Chief, you know the gang.
Yep.
Oh, Larry, how's it going?
Coffee? How's Helen?
2 lumps and meaner than hell.
Glad to hear she hasn't changed.
Okay, Chief, what is it? In or out?
Oh, yeah, Larry, I want these 3 in on this with you. Any way they can help.
Thanks, Chief.
Thanks.
What do you got so far in the Mateo case?
Well, here's some mug shots of the Babos people. The most important evidence we've got is this right rear tire imprint on the van.
I'll take a look at this. Is that a Helden, German make?
Made in East Germany, Leipzig.
That shouldn't be too hard to trace.
Now, I imported about 400 or 500 of them. They sold mostly here on the coast.
You started checking the stores and outlets?
Yeah. We put bulletins out in the van. Now, the witness gave us a good description of the paint job on that van. It was pretty wild.
Yes, it was.
That description matches the vehicle of one Robert Olchin.
Olchin, is that the one they called Bobo?
Right. We've alerted customs, and they're checking the borders. And Sacramento sent down these mugshots.
I know this one. Arthur Lewis Jennings, second in command.
Parker. Yo. Hoffman. Yo. Thorpe. Arnold. Right here. Arnell. Yo. Yavich. Here. You get Sergeant Burnett, please.
I'm not going to be soft about it.
Yeah. Hey, Sarge. We're ready.
Each of you has mugshots of Olchin's followers. Any questions? Well, let's hit the streets.
248. I've got him boxed in. He's headed for the bridge. Request assistance.
We had a fight and I split. You know, you hang around with Bobo, you only do things one way, his.
You got a mind of your own, haven't you, Comet? I mean, you're a college man, 2 years in college, huh?
Well, I'm not a sheep, if that's what you mean. No, look, anybody get a light around here?
What happened to Joan DeMarco?
I don't know any Joan DeMarco.
Come on, don't lie to us, punk. She was in the van with Bobo the first time Mateo stopped him.
And the next time at Sugar Ranch, she was gone.
Then it was your old lady in the van, wasn't it, Comet? How'd that happen?
Look, Bobo says any girl runs with a pack is his, you know. Duarte saying yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
Lord of the Manor gets first crack at the, maidens.
Is that why you split?
Look, I already told you, I don't know anything about any Joan DeMarco.
Where's Bobo?
I told you that, too. I haven't seen him in over a week. Now, come on, somebody give me a break. Anybody got a light around here?
You never been locked up in jail, have you, Comet?
No, and you don't have anything on me, do you, pal?
We could book you for suspicion of murder.
Murder? You crazy.
It'd be kind of hard on him being locked up in jail, you know. Isn't that right, Comet? I mean, according to your service record, you were discharged because of acute claustrophobia. Isn't that a fear of being locked up in tight little places?
Look, man, the girl just disappeared. One day she was there, next day she was gone, that's all.
Where's Bobo?
Where's Bobo?
Where is he?
I already told you I don't know where he is, man, and that's the truth.
I don't believe that. Well, let's lock him up.
Lock him up. Come on. Now, wait a minute, man. Come on, lock him up.
Wait a minute! Now, Ernie might know something.
Ernie who?
Ernie Morales. You know who Ernie Morales is?
Who's Ernie Morales?
You're talking about the Bikers Midnight Supply?
Yeah, that's the guy. Now, he might know something, really, man. I'm not kidding.
Where is he? Where do we find him? Where is he?
All right, let me think.
Come on, man. You're wasting that time. Come on, man.
Well, let me think. He's got a place up on Packers Flat.
Maybe Bobo's there.
That stove's still hot. We couldn't have missed it by much.
Did you find something?
No, I was just looking at these tire tracks here.
Heldon tires?
I don't know. I can't tell. There's no tread left on the tires. I'm gonna stake this place out anyway.
Okay.
I'll give Joe a call. Ah. 12Y50, 12Y52. You guys got anything?
Just checked out another station. Owner said he sold out his supply of those German tires over a year ago. Warranty was no good.
Okay. Why don't you guys hang loose? We'll check with you in a few minutes.
And what I do wrong, officer?
Well, you cut off that oncoming traffic back there.
Listen, I'm sorry. You know, I know it's a dumb thing to do. I was late for a date, and I know it's dumb. I promise you, we'll do it again.
Sign here, please. Step out of the car, please. I'd like to ask you about these tires.
What's wrong with the tires?
Could you tell me where you bought this tire?
Sure. Little general store near the foothills off Joshua Tree Road there. They were having a big sale. Damn cheap. As a matter of fact, I bought 2 of them. Why?
Just curious. You drive careful now. Hey, Linda. How'd you like to take a ride to the country tomorrow? Near the foothills. We'll take your car. Springs are better. You know, with little Fritz do, we want the ride to be as smooth as possible. Hey, honey, How long is it going to take you to get in here? You know, I stopped a guy today who had tires on his car just like the ones on the van that got Rick. Said he bought them at a country store near the foothills. Wouldn't it be a kick if I solved this case? Me? Rookie? You haven't heard a damn word I said, have you?
Hey, got company.
Halt, police! Come here!
Now, the energy this little lady has.
Bubba, why don't you just tell us what came down, okay?
What came down? You mean like Johnny DeMarco? Oh, well, the chick with Johnny DeMarco, the chick was a dope addict. You know, she was either sniffing cocaine, always shooting it in her arm or something. If she couldn't get a fix, the chick, I'd even see her eat it. She was a flippy broad.
I think I get the picture. She was into dope, right?
Into dope, man. This chick invented the word dope.
No,
She
that's
took
not
it-
what I asked you. I want you to tell me how she killed herself, okay?
You know, I had to get rid of the chick. You know, she became a drag. Well, I figured, you know, at the same time, maybe I could make a couple of bucks, you know, and her old man's loaded with dough. He had so much money, he'd never miss a couple of bucks. And then at the same time, he'd get his zonked-out daughter back, you know? But then, she found out about it.
She found out about it how?
How am I supposed to know how she found? I don't know.
Who knew about it?
Hey, honey, come on. These people are my friends. We all ride together. We run together. I mean, Comet told her. Comet knew about it. Yeah, he's always got his thing into something, you know. Comet was the one. Maybe Comet told her, yeah?
Okay, she was high. She found out about the note. Then what happened?
Then it was she just flipped out. You know, it was that night we were up at the cliffs, you know, and all of a sudden this chick, she just flipped. She freaked out and she started screaming and she started running towards the cliff, telling me that she wanted to die. The chick wanted to die. Said she was gonna commit suicide and stuff. And then she started running towards the cliff, and I grabbed her. I grabbed her by this, and I just lost her. I just lost her in the dark, and then she went over the cliff, you know, and I could hear her screaming all the way down. It was suicide. That's what it was.
All the way down, huh?
You tracking somebody down, are you?
Yes, sir, that's right.
Working on a case, huh? Well, if I could be of any help.
Well, do you mind if I copy a couple of those names and addresses down?
You just help yourself. Is it a big case, is it?
Yes, sir.
Important one, huh? Well, it shouldn't take you too long, because I haven't sold too many tires lately. Folks just, they're not driving as much, you know, with the gasoline costing so much. Heck, folks that used to come here a couple times a week now only come one trip.
Sir, I can't quite make this one out.
No wonder. Red Rock Lane. The customer's name's Christopher Larkin.
Sergeant Barnett?
Yeah?
Bill Crowley.
Yeah, Bill.
Listen, polygraph just called. Now, you're not gonna believe this. They had this guy on the machine for 4 hours. They said he shows truthful.
I see. All right, thanks. I'll tell the guys. Miss Olshan.
Yes, sir?
Polygraph shows truthful. He didn't kill the girl.
Dr. Guy, the charges you're talking about, are that serious?
Any sexual perversion is that serious. As you know, they terminate officers who are guilty of lewd behavior, indecent exposure, child molestation. To a review board, voyeurism would fall into that category.
Well, we were definitely being watched.
You know, Rick called me that night, the night right after he left you.
The night he was hit?
Uh-huh. He made an appointment for himself and the suspect. I have the notes here. If the allegation's true, it certainly would be grounds for dismissal.
Who did he make the appointment for?
French. Officer Charles French.
Charlie, I'm going to ask you one more time. That night, the night Rick was run down, was that you outside the window, watching us?
No, I told you it wasn't me.
You sure about that, French?
Charlie, Rick's a friend of yours. He was a friend of your dad's before your dad was killed. Isn't that right? Rick's a good friend. You love him.
It's my brother.
Rick's your brother?
Treat me like a brother.
Like a brother. You'd never do anything to hurt him, would you? Even though he's not here to defend himself? You wouldn't do that, would you?
No. Because...
Charlie, the night he was attacked, Rick had phoned Dr. Guy, Dr. Marie Guy. You knew he'd report you. He set up an appointment about you. Now, Charlie, he said he'd seen you outside Pepper's apartment. He said you were watching them. Was he lying about that? Were you there? Did you try to stop him? Did you try to kill him?
No. I was off. I was home.
Were you?
Rick said you weren't.
Was he lying?
Was it you, Charlie? Huh?
No.
What do you know about Mateo?
Nothing! Nothing about Mateo!
My son is a good son. He is not a murderer. And he is not a pervert. I hear that Rick is improving. Is that true?
His vital signs are stable.
Thank God for that.
He's still in a coma.
Adele, about that night.
Please, not again.
We talked to Ray Dayton and his wife. They told us that they had taken you out to dinner that night to celebrate your birthday. They told us that Charlie was not with you.
Whatever did happen, we want to help.
I don't know. I don't know where he was.
Adele.
Please, just leave me alone. Isn't it bad enough that he's finished? That he's through?
Something I can help you with, officer?
Yeah, you. And you're under arrest.
A silver platter, she's not gonna buy it.
Well, Mother...
Charlie's, the sun's rises and sets on him. She thinks he hung
Hi,
the
Jim.
moon. Yeah. Hey.
Hey, hi.
How you feel?
I'm all right. How you doing? Hey, like that, I come out of a beautiful dream, and what do I see but 3 of the ugliest faces in the department? Hey, listen, one of the nurses came in today, and they said that my mom wasn't feeling right. Is that true?
No, I called Napoli last night. Your mom's much better. She had a gallbladder attack. She's fine.
If you want to know the truth, it took about 4 hours, the way he speaks Italian, to figure out she's probably pretty good.
I gotta tell you something, kid. Your mother speaks terrible Italian.
I'm really happy she's all right.
Yeah, she's fine.
I guess you guys got the bums who put me in here.
Yeah, we got a couple of leads.
Hey, do me a favor, will you, Sarge?
What?
Don't bring him any more flowers, man.
Dr. Terry, report to pediatrics.
Looks like it's gonna be okay.
Dr. Terry.
What's the matter?
We just came from Linda Hoffman's house. Fritz is missing.
I don't know.
You mentioned tires. What did he say? Do you recall exactly?
Country store.
Just a country store? He didn't say where it was?
I can't remember. Ticket. Wait. He gave somebody a ticket.
Was it a tire dealer? Did the man sell tires?
I can't remember.
Do you know where Fritz's ticket book is?
Okay.
See. He only wrote 8 tickets that day. Braxton. Oh.
Charlie, will you hold it? I'll be right there. What? What did you ask me?
Did you talk to the officer about your tires on your car?
Oh, yeah, he asked me where I bought them and why.
What did you tell him?
What's the matter? Are they hot?
No. Please, where did you buy the tires?
Well, why didn't you ask me that in the first place? A little general store off Joshua Tree Road, about 2 miles off the main highway. You know where that is?
Yes, sir. Just a minute. Let me write that down. Joshua Tree Road? Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Got it. It's possible.
No, this is up in the foothills. Big Cahuenga Canyon.
Who found him?
Them kids. Boy Scouts on a hike.
We're on our way. First Battalion, now Hoffman. Think maybe somebody's got in it for the task force?
Well, where is he? I've been trying to reach him for half an hour. No, all right. No, just give him the same message. All right. Thank you. When Crowley calls, tell him where I've gone. There's the address. And keep trying to reach him and tell him to meet me there.
Okay, Pepper.
All right. Take him out.
Okay, take it easy, guys. Watch your step.
Hey, Sergeant.
Yeah?
I think we found something over there.
Listen. Crowley, over here. Let's see that everything goes right, will you? What do you got?
Do that tire trail we've been looking for?
Yeah. It's the same van.
Sure as hell is. Yeah, Michelle, I got some bad news. Fritz is dead. Here we found his body. You'll tell Linda, right?
Of course. No, I understand.
What about Pep? Is she there?
She was, but she's gone now.
Did she say where we could reach her, Michelle?
A country store on Joshua Tree Road, 2 miles off the main highway.
Okay, thanks. You'll take care of it, right? Tell Linda.
Yes, I'll tell her.
Tell me what? Tell me what? What happened? Tell me.
Linda, it's Fritz.
No! No! No!
Joni? Joan DeMarco?
Who are you?
I'm a policewoman. We've been looking all over for your killer. We thought you'd been murdered or kidnapped.
Murdered?
You've been here all this time.
Sure. Staying with a friend. Bobo ran down that pig I split. Didn't want any blood on my hands.
Bobo swears he had nothing to do with Sergeant Mateo. We gave him a lie detector test.
You have him?
He's in custody.
That liar. But nobody could beat any machine.
Doubt that.
Does that mean he may get off? You won't burn him?
No. They won't burn him. You say you're, living out here with the friends. Drop it! Drop it!
Lady, I'm gonna blow your head off if you don't raise your arms high. Now, Jonah, you be a good girl and fetch me that gun. Okay, baby, bring it here.
I like to read. Do you like to read?
Yeah, I like to read.
When I was a little girl, my favorite book was Treasure Island. Did you read it?
No, I didn't read it. Saw the movie.
There was this old crazy guy in it. His name was Ben Gunn. He was kind of spaced out, but he did make sense about one thing. Dead men tell no tales.
No.
Let's use her gun. She deserves it.
Forget it.
You didn't stop me when we wasted that motorcycle cop.
You tried to frame Bobo, didn't you?
Now, do you have to tell the whole world about it, you stupid little idiot? Now we're gonna have to kill her.
Nobodies. They all deserve to die. Like Bobo setting me up for that filthy money. He never cared about me. It was Him and your nobody Kate plotting against us all that time.
That dead girl in the bottom of the ravine. Who was she?
Nobody. Just like you.
Comet used you so he could be number one, right?
Nothing. Nothing, you nobody.
Hey, honey, cut it out. Come on, stop it.
Get off me. Get off.
Now, baby, listen to me. We're gonna need a hostage for a little while, okay? And after that, you can do anything you want to, all right?
You promise?
I promise.
Could we see your invoice book?
You don't understand how an invoice works. See, the customer gets the original, so I ain't got that.
Yep.
And I keep the carbon copy. But the lady, she took the carbon copy, so I ain't got that either.
You have any idea what the address was?
If I could remember that, I wouldn't need an invoice now, would I?
Excuse me. Here, is this where it was, this extra carbon?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Larkin, 27, what does that look like to you? Is that a 313? 27130?
27180. 27180 Red Rock Lane.
Do you know where that is?
Well, you just go down the highway here about 2 miles, maybe 2.5, and then it's off to the left.
Thank you very
Can't
much.
miss it. It's Joe Johnson's old place. You know, you...
This ought to keep you from getting any fancy cop ideas. You know where we're supposed to meet, what you're supposed to do. All right. Move it.
Check the back. Get around the front of the van. Over the front of the van here. Check him out back there.
They were gonna kill me. Then Lady Felisa
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
I didn't get them.
Wait a minute, this is Joan DeMarco. Aren't you Joan DeMarco?
But the lady
Where's the
Felisa,
police officer?
She's at
Where's
the
the lady
farm.
police officer,
She's
honey?
at the farm. She wants to stay there. But then Bobo said if I didn't get the money, they were
Pete,
going to
take care
kill
of
me
it. I'm gonna call
because
Barnett.
because they said that if I didn't get the
How's your
money,
head?
then Daddy said
Head all
that
right?
I was going to be okay. But then Bobo said if I didn't.
Hey, Barnett, come in, will you? This is Crowley.
I was so scared.
Yeah,
I was
Crowley,
going to be okay that if I didn't get
Barnett?
the money, though.
We got the van. We found the DeMarco girl. She says the Pep's back at the farm.
No one here. The place is deserted. You must have hidden the van in a barn, and that's about it.
Oh.
Hold it, Bill.
Yancey found this handbag in the barn. It's definitely Pepper's.
Bill, they just found Pepper's handbag.
Because they said
Is
if
there
I
a
didn't
gun
do
in it?
anything, they
Empty.
Empty. No cuffs either.
Well,
that's all right. So we'll take you to the doctor soon. You'll be in good shape.
Pete.
Yeah.
They just found Pep's handbag. No cuffs, no gun. Where's the policewoman? Pete, she's lying. Pete, where's she? Hey, get her! Grab her! Stop her. Where is she? Where is she?
She's a nobody cop, your lady cop. Comet's gonna kill her. She's gonna be dead.
One of them took off cross-country in his chopper, probably got Pepper with him as a hostage. Now, Yancey found some fresh tracks that indicate they went off in that direction. This is where we are right now.
See that map? They'll probably take these back roads to this right away down to the main highway. I'll take the North Ridge.
Now, I'll circle around the back and meet you. Crawford!
Yo.
Get the guys moving.
floor.
Parnell, Arnold.
Yeah,
you stay on my tail.
We've got him. He's turned off on Route 8 eastbound.
She's got a beautiful voice.
Fantastic.
My mom recorded it for me just before she retired. She wrote me a letter. Would you get it for me, Bill, please?
Here.
Caramillo?
Caramillo. She said she wanted to come over and take care of me, you know. So I called her this morning. I said, look, Mom, it'd be a lot easier for you and a lot better for me if I went over there.
You going to Italy?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey.
Besides, I told her I might be taking along a friend.
Oh, you fell in love with the nurse.
Yeah, how'd you guess? Only she's not who I had in mind.
Yeah, it's terrific. You've never been to Italy, have you, Pep?
No.
I always told her she ought to go to Italy. I think I better get back to work.
Oh, wait for me, will you, Bill? I need a lift.
Okay.
Ciao.
Ciao. Ci vediamo subito, eh?
Grazie.
The nurse comes in.
Let her find her own fella. Listen, I got it all planned. First, we go to Capri. Spend a couple weeks there, give or take a month, you know, just so I could rest.
Rest?
We'll do our best. Then we go on to Rome, and then Florence. Oh, there's such a great restaurant in Florence. You'll love it, yeah. And then to Venice. Yeah, what do you say?
Rick? You know I adore you. But not this time around.
No brass ring, huh?
I tell you what. Here's a dime. And when you get back, you try my merry-go-round. Don't lose that dime.
No, I won't. Hey, you gonna come visit me tomorrow?
You give those stale chocolates to that nurse when you tell her goodbye and you got a deal.
Won't change your mind, huh?
Capri? Rome? Florence? Venice? You sure make it tough to say no. See you in the morning.
Bye.
Italy's a great place for a honeymoon. I'm going to make up a list of the places I want you to see when you get there.
I wish you would.
There's a place in Rome. I know Rick will know all this, but there's a place called Piazza Navona with all the Bellini fountains. And it's, you sit there just at dark as the sun goes down.
I'll have to try to remember that one.
There's a place, I want to tell you about a place too at Capri. You guys don't want to pick your own places anyway.
Crowley, you nut. Who'd ever go on a honeymoon without you?
Get the feeling I need a lawyer.
You're not going to need a lawyer. You're going to need an embalmer.
Come on, they don't leave with a doggy bag. They bring one. And they leave it here and it's full of cash.
If we moved in on bigger money, we might talk to bigger people.
Want to work?
I'll do anything that don't take a gun.
In 3 days, you pay back $12,500. You understand?
I understand.
Don't get it!
Okay, my man. 9 ball in the corner pocket.
Back, boy.
Would you like to see that again?
Yeah, man. Let me see it again.
Charlie, Joey called. Wants to see you.
Lighten up, Holmes. I ain't got no time for that. I'm in the middle of my game.
I told you.
Where's Charlie Lyon?
Well, hello, Joey.
Charlie. Holy, man. Holy, I got some money. I'll pay you.
Lunsford?
Yes, sir?
Put it down.
Yes, sir.
Everything go all right? Nobody around, Spiro. Good.
Okay, let's take a look. Would you open it? Take care of this later when no one's around. You don't like that, Leo?
I don't know. Maybe it's the smell of the meat. Upsets my stomach.
I know. Well, I'll do it. After 20 years, everything stinks around here. Except the money, huh?
I took this off him. You think it's okay to wear it?
It's garish. It's not you, Leo. Just stay conservative and try not to attract any attention. Not that anybody's going to be looking.
Yeah. I don't think anybody would care about scum like that.
Charlie Lyon. Narcotics, pandering, assault, child molesting. We should give this to the sanitation department.
In case of Charlie Lyon wasn't our leading citizen. But these other people weren't so bad. He's a building contractor. Hit-and-run victim. Used car dealer. Suicide. This guy was an art importer. He's missing. Suspected homicide.
And they all had something in common.
Yeah, one thing intelligence came up with, they were all into the loan sharks. Heavy. Now, the word out on the street is that Charlie Lyon was also into the sharks. Only Charlie wasn't paying. Now, nobody expects to see Charlie around anymore.
Object lesson.
Object lesson.
Pretty stiff lay charges.
Well, we know that these other three guys are also into the same sharks. Two of them had agreed to testify in a case that the DA was building, but one of them fell from a freeway overpass into the fast lane. The other witness bought himself a gun, drove to the beach, and shot himself. Third guy just disappeared like Charlie Lyon.
Who are the sharks?
Who were the sharks? Joey Perry, Leo Stoller.
We got nothing.
That's right. These guys are just soldiers. They're part of a system that's got a couple of $1 million out on loan, and they're just collecting the interest. Well, what do you say? Let's get on it.
Nothing.
Yeah. For openers.
And in the 7th race, it was false profit qualification in the Plate Brigade, paying $780, $520, and $360. And now for the baseball scores, the New York Yankees made it 3 straight over the Detroit Tigers. Catfish Hunter threw a one-hitter in the third month. Catfish home in the first game of the doubleheader at Yankee Stadium this afternoon. Now, after 4 innings of the second game, Detroit leads 4-0. Weather for tomorrow, low clouds clearing by mid-afternoon.
I'm 100 short. I really had a bad week. Look, I got some more customers for you. I'll give you the 100 next week, okay?
Okay. But no more passes.
Okay.
How's business?
All right. It's Monday. Things are usually slow in here. The money, if we could just have a little more time.
I explained the deal to you when we made the loan.
Yes, I know that. Wait, don't push me, Trevor. What are you doing? You can't take the money. Listen, we don't have credit with our suppliers. We're on... Oh! Ben! Stop it! Wait, let me go! Ben! Ben!
Dr. Mansfield, report to X-ray.
Hello, Scotty.
Hi, Scotty.
Oh, yeah.
Mrs. Cajian, Sergeant Anderson, Sergeant Crowley.
How you do?
Mrs. Cajian's husband was the victim. Tell me, you needed the money right away.
Yes. Someone else wanted to buy the restaurant, but the owner promised to give Vince a chance to buy it.
Where did you try to borrow the money, Mrs. Cajian?
We tried everywhere. We tried the State Bank. We tried Southland Savings and Loans.
Anywhere else?
Called a place called Phone Alone. Everyone turned us down. They said we were too young. They said we didn't have any business experience.
Scotty, man. Mrs. Cajian, where did you meet up with Leo Stoller and Joey Perry?
How did you know their names?
We got their descriptions from a woman across the street from your restaurant. They both have a record.
Where did you meet them?
They came into the restaurant one day and they offered us the money. They put the whole $5,000 down on the counter. Said we were to pay them $400 a week for the next 6 months. We were so desperate, we found ourselves saying, sure.
Dr. Terry, report to obstetrics.
And then?
Everything was okay for a while. And then the freezer broke, and we had some expenses we didn't count on. Found ourselves falling behind on our payments.
Mrs. Cajian, we want you to sign a complaint against these men. With your help, we can put these guys right where they belong.
I need to talk to my husband.
Where's her husband right now?
He's in emergency. Let's see if they're done with it.
Dr. Bernard, report to the desk.
Now, we're here to help you as much as we can. These are dangerous men.
I know. But I am scared. We have 2 little babies.
Mrs. Cajian, believe me, we can furnish you and your family with protection.
Dr. White, call the operator.
Bill, I gotta get back to the office.
Okay, thanks for covering for us, Scotty.
Yeah, sure. See you both.
Take care.
I'm okay. I'll come up with a couple of scars. Big deal, huh?
Mr. Cajian, I'm Sergeant Crowley. Now, your wife and another witness can identify the man who assaulted you. So if you sign a complaint, we can get busy on picking him up.
We're not filing charges.
You're not filing charges?
Nope.
Look, I can understand your trepidation. I explained to your wife about protection.
Hey, come on. Look, I know the whole thing. You'll put a cop in front of my house, right? One at the restaurant, maybe one at the day school. You want to know something? There aren't enough of you to go around. I got into this with all the facts. I'm a big boy. I can take my lumps. I'll make the payments if I have to take a side job.
You sure you won't change your mind?
There's no way you can change my mind.
Well, just in case you do, appreciate it if you give me a call.
All I want to do is sign out of here and get out.
I'm going to call in.
Mrs. Cajian, I know what you're going through, and I just want you to know that if you need my help, you can call me like you would a friend, all right?
What is your name again?
Sergeant Anderson. If you call the station, they'll find me anytime.
Sergeant, we can't compete.
Come on, Alexander.
What
Come
are
on.
we gonna do?
Let's go. Come on.
Report to Dr. Anderson.
They never learn, do they?
No, missed another lunch for nothing again.
I just spoke to Joe. Pete's tailing Stoller and Perry. They're out on the street again, making collections.
Business as usual.
Relax, baby. Everything's gonna be all right, Alessandra. You hear?
Yeah.
What do you say? We go home, we see the monsters, give your mother a break, huh?
Okay. Perry and Stoller. Start off each day clean. Make dozens of collections, thousands of small bills. Yet at the end of the day, they're clean again.
So there has to be a drop. Probably a slew of them.
Sure, they know darn well it isn't safe to carry cash in that neighborhood.
Well, until we can follow a cash deposit, I'll tell you something. I'm open to some original thinking.
Well, I went back to the files on the other citizens' complaints. 2 of them had applied for a loan at Phone Loan, and they were turned down like the Cajuns.
Are you saying you think this phone loan company refers potential borrowers to the Sharks? Is that it?
The manager's a player. People come to him for money. I'd like to get the rest of it.
Okay by me. Just stay in the background. Try to keep it impersonal, eh?
Don't I always?
Oh, I hope so.
I got a feeling about that pool hall in Western.
Yeah?
Well, we know it's a daily drop for the collectors. But they make it early enough so it's not a cash drop. But it's something.
Pete, you all right?
Yeah, I was just doing a little original thinking. And I got a dynamite plan brewing.
You want us to wait?
No, I've just been looking at it, the problem from the crook's point of view, like from under a rock, and trying to figure out a way to shake their chains to get them to check in with their case manager.
A move that would make one of our crooks call his boss?
Not just check in, that'd be a little too heavy for a telephone. I got it. But I know you're not gonna like it.
Go ahead, lay it on me.
How's the lasagna, fellas?
Love.
Want more coffee?
Tastes like horse sweat.
What's wrong? I got a feeling we should have a few more drops. Mix up our moves a little.
We got a new drop. A restaurant, that Armenian joint.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about that.
Let's go do it.
I like the way you handle yourself with the cops. That's why I can afford to give you this deal, Kajia.
Cajun. So all I do is what? I put the bag you give me in the drum with the meat scraps?
That's it. We time it so there's a pickup right after the drop. All you gotta do is make sure the trucker gets the right drum. Look, you can't afford the juice you're on now. Besides, the deal pays $200 a week. That's half your problem. We got a deal? We got a deal. Good.
What did he want?
He just cut the loan payments. It's $200 a week now.
Why would he do that?
Because it's good business. Look, they're going to be taking some of it out in food, so they'll be coming around. Look, Alessandra, I know what I'm doing. Just go along with it, okay?
Open at Bigelow's Appliance, $24.33 a month. Ottawa Consumers Credit Union, $36 at 122.
Show a BK?
Closed on a 600 signature loan with a CO at Brannard Finance.
How about a maiden name on the wife? Okay. All right, thanks a lot, Melinda. I'll get back to you this afternoon. Bye-bye.
Anything?
Oh, yes. Now we check this info against what we already have in the file, and if there's something new, then I fill out a report and call it in. Who has access to your master files?
Just 3 of us. Myself included, of course. And we're very careful.
Exchanges have found themselves in court for leaking personal credit information. As a matter of fact, Sergeant Anderson, I couldn't even show you a credit report. Not without a court order. Well, I wouldn't ask you to do that.
Good.
But I do need a favor.
If I can.
You guys paying a snitch? Goes on a lot in narcotics. Bunko, too. What are you on? Never mind, I got problems enough of my own. There you are, 4,000 even. Count it.
I already did.
Sign here.
Royster to sign. What do I have to sign?
You're the department head. He's responsible, but you're accountable.
Thanks, Dad. Relax. I'll treat it as if it were my very own.
No, just treat it like I was accountable.
Bill?
Yeah.
You look all steamed up.
Just had a meeting with the commissioner. Brought him up to date on our progress. It was a short meeting.
Well, what, we're on a time limit?
Oh, I figure we got about 2 days at most.
You want a cup of coffee? It's fresh, hot.
Oh, who made it?
I did.
No, I don't think so. To tell you the truth, I can't blame the commissioner. We got a lot of police bread tied up in this thing, and we're still on first base with Stoller and Perry.
Uh-huh. But we've got 2 innings to go, right?
You got something up your sleeve?
I came up with an idea that I think could flush out somebody higher up.
Well, go ahead. I'll listen to anything.
Okay, I'm the manager of Phone Alone. Lewin. Yeah, Lewin. Looks good on paper. Wife and kids, picket fence, the whole love song. However, he also bets on anything that moves. He has been shut out by all the bookies, and at this very moment, he has a lot of paper bouncing around Las Vegas. I think he's paying off the loan sharks by referring customers to them from his own company. So I got myself set up at the credit exchange, and I'm going to apply for a loan, a biggie, $10,000.
You think this guy, Lewin, you think he'll refer you to the Sharks?
I'm hoping so. A loan that size has to flush out somebody, the next man on the ladder, maybe even the banker.
I don't think it'll work, Pep.
Well, you don't even like my coffee.
You got the money, Tony?
I got part of it. There was a guy.
How much you owe, pal?
Who's he?
I never saw him before this morning. Look, I don't want to be in the middle of anything.
Hey, relax, pal. You got no trouble. You're my customer now. I'm taking over the loan. Well, let's see. That was about 300. 160 juice, wasn't it?
Leo, hold it.
Who told you you were tough, Leo?
Maybe we should talk.
Maybe. Go ahead, take the cash. I'm taking over the loan anyway. Relax, Tony. And let's talk about what is going on around here.
Why'd you pull me off that punk? He's shoving it in our face.
Why? Because he comes on like he's got something backing him. We'll let Spiro handle this one.
Mr. Lewin, I don't have all day. Can you give me the loan or not?
Well, Miss Andrews, the credit exchange rated you AAA, and your assets more than cover the amount of the loan. May I ask you what you're going to do with the money?
It's for a short-term investment.
You're an executive secretary for a commodity speculator. You know, I dabble in futures, stocks. I could sure use a tip on the market.
Who couldn't? Sir, I need the loan by tomorrow.
I'm afraid we can't move that fast. And I tell you what, I think I know somebody who might be able to help. Now, the interest rates are kind of high, but you get your money in a hurry.
I didn't expect to pay the going rate.
Good.
I'd rather not discuss this at my office. You have my home phone. Call me.
Of course.
Where's your 20, man?
You holding it. You saw me put it in.
I saw you put your hand in there. Empty. You done hustled the wrong table this time, bro.
Hey, look, fellas. So I played the last game on the arm. No sense getting emotional about a little thing like that. I'll make it up to you.
What's the dig?
This cat playing empty, man. He's trying to hustle a table.
Don't push it. You're safe. Come on, out. Out! Out! What are you, some kind of a nut? Want to get yourself killed? Coming into a new place with a scam like that?
Hey, man, I was shooting a scared stick, playing for grocery money.
What's your name?
Styles, like in class.
Yeah, I can see that. You got a job?
No, but I got some bad checks at the market on the second bounce, and an eviction notice tied to my door.
How much bread will set you free?
About $800-900.
Want to work?
I'll do anything that don't take a gun.
You stick around. I may know someone that can help you.
Well, that's 160. That'll be 140 bucks even for the load. Hey. Oh, Mr. Pappas, can I split? I'm really knocked out.
Go on, I'll finish. I ran this whole operation by myself when I was a kid.
Oh, thanks. I'll see you in the morning.
Pretty good day.
Those men were in again.
Yeah, they like your cooking.
They come in every day and they don't eat, Vince.
Look, Alessandra, I told you, what I'm doing is for a purpose, for us and the kids. I made a mistake and I'm working my way out of it.
Seven even, right?
Uh-huh.
See you next stop.
You gonna be on this run regular?
Yeah, man, I'm on the contract.
There's a guy moving in on our customers. Paying off loans. He talks tough like he's got a lot behind him.
What's he look like?
Medium height. Dresses funky. He's got a busted nose like an ex-welterweight. I never saw him before.
You paid the money and the juice?
Yeah, it was just the small stuff, though. Neil wanted to bust his head off, but I figured we should talk to you first.
Well, I'll make some phone calls. Very good, Joey. We got $1 million out, and we don't want to provoke until we know. What else?
Lewin's got a woman who wants 10 grand. Needs 10 grand for 3 days. She's got some inside stuff on some stock moves.
He checked her?
He says.
Make the loan.
All right.
10 for 12.5.
Yeah, there might be something in that stock deal.
Well, just make the loan. That's our business. This funky guy with the nose. I'll make some calls.
How much cash you got left, Pete?
Oh, about 900 and some change. You got the list.
Perry and Stalin just let you take over the loans, huh?
Oh, a little acting help. We'll get an award?
Yeah, it's a small award for small loans.
If we moved in on bigger money, we might talk to bigger people.
Here's the surveillance reports on Perry and Stoller. Add the cost of that to what Pete's paid off. We haven't got past the street muzzle. We had them for openers.
Well, if Lewin gets my loan...
That's a long shot, Pepper. We're running out of time.
I thought we had.
Bought us a couple more days.
How'd you swing that?
I begged. Look, if you think you got something going with Lewin, press it, okay?
How's Joe doing?
He's still driving. They're being very careful, however.
He doesn't seem to like the work, however.
Hello, Miss Andrews. Yes, I got the loan through. You're all set. Now, be at the southwest corner of Riverside and Olive at 2 o'clock. Okay? What will you be wearing? Fine. Now, if there's room in this deal for me, all right? We'll talk about it later. Bye, Miss Andrews.
You Mr. Lewin's friend?
Client, yes.
The loan, right? Well, let me explain the details to you so there won't be a misunderstanding, Miss Andrews. There's 10,000 here. In 3 days, you pay back 12,500. It's due at noon on Thursday. You understand?
I understand.
If you think you might have a problem paying, don't take the money. If you take it, just make sure you pay it back when it's due.
You know what happened? They made this loan on Lewin's okay because they knew he could embezzle enough to cover it. I'll give that to property.
Well, there's enough change there to pay off that 5,000 the Cajuns owe.
It doesn't work that way, sweetheart. We'll just check it in and see what happens when you don't pay.
Yeah. If we handle it right, we can make a star witness out of our Mr. Lewin.
Well, let's handle it right.
Okay, sir.
After I get back from property, what do you say we grab a bite?
Yeah, and, you know, if we don't hit Vinny's pretty soon, nobody's going to recognize us.
We should be so lucky.
My back.
Well, are you going to be all right?
It goes out on me sometime, man.
Oh, look, I got to keep the stock clear.
Hey, look, man, didn't I just tell you my back goes out on me?
I got to get somebody. Why didn't you say something about your back? The other driver gets the bug this morning, and we gave you the full load. Now you and your damn back. What do you think you're doing?
He's either the hit or he's trying to rip us off.
What's the difference? We dump him anyway.
After we find out what he knows. Two gentlemen might have hired as a cop.
Where is he?
Joe's a systems man, Pep. If he didn't check in, it's because he can't check in.
You better play that last card, Pep.
Hey, wait a minute. Those guys are going to kill me.
That's right, Mr. Lewin. They're going to kill you. Unless you tell us all you know, and then we'll put them all away for you. But no deals and no promises. You cooperate with us, and you might have a chance.
Okay. Just get a stenographer, whatever you do.
First off, where is the drop?
The drop?
The bank.
Where do the collectors send the loan payments?
Well, how should I know? I just deal with a couple of goons, Stoller and Perry.
You don't know anybody any higher up than Stoller and Perry?
No, I just refer customers. They come to me. Oh, boy, am I in trouble. You don't know anything more than I do. I get the feeling I need a lawyer.
You're not going to need a lawyer. You're going to need an embalmer.
All right, everybody put the cues down and place your hands on top of your heads. Right now, come on. Right on top of your head, both hands. No, I'll pick that up myself, friend. Put your hands on top of your head and go against the wall. Come on. Turn around against the wall. Move. Keep your hands on top of your head. Put your hands on the wall. Spread them. Come on. Spread the legs out.
It's a hassle, man.
Hassle's gambling. Just look straight ahead, all right? Spread them up. Something here. I recognize this. Go ahead, man, but I must warn you, those cue balls are hard to digest. Thank you.
What you dig, man?
Police. You know something? I think I got your license, my friend. Narcotics, gambling. That kid over there sucking on a beer, he must be about 15 years old, right?
Out. And don't come back. Can't we talk about it?
Sure we can talk. You got a place we can be alone, a closet or something? I'll tell you guys, don't you go splitting on me now. I'm going to put you on your honor system. You understand? You're on your honor. Really?
Now, what do you want from me?
Information. This guy's a cop and a very close friend. And I'm going to find him. Now, he's been down here hustling tables trying to get a line on loan sharking. What do you know about that?
A fellow by the name of Perry gave him a job, loaned him some money.
What kind of job?
Driving a truck. I don't know where.
That's all?
That's all. Why would they tell me more?
When can we take care of this?
Soon. The last truck should be here any minute. Is this the last load for the day?
This is it for the day.
Finish it, and then out.
Right, Mr. Pappas.
Hey, come on, this is too much. I'm trying to run a business.
We have to talk to you, Mr. Cagey.
You been talking to my wife?
We didn't bother. Your wife would have been afraid to make a wrong move. We think you've already made one, Mr. Cagey.
Told you I'm busy.
Perry and Stoller make a stop here every day.
The customers.
Customers, come on, they don't leave with a doggy bag, they bring one. And they leave it here and it's full of cash. You're part of the system now, aren't you?
I got nothing to say. You better watch the front, hon.
I'm not going.
Now listen, you two got a loan from the Sharks, and we figure you ran into some bad luck and they gave you a way to work it out. Do you know why they picked you for the drop?
I'll tell you why they picked you. They picked you because you're scared, right? They know that you're too scared to ever hurt their operation, no matter what happens. Right?
You know what's happened? One of our buddies is missing, and he disappeared while he was tailing Perry and Stoller on a homicide investigation.
Are you following what she's telling you? We're talking about a couple of killers, Cajun. I think you better tell us everything you can, right now.
Vince, please. Vince, tell him.
They took off $200 a week. All I had to do was leave the bag in the drum with the scraps, and the truck picked it up.
Where'd it go from there?
I don't know.
Was there a name, a company, anything painted on the side of the truck?
No.
Who drove the truck?
I don't know his name.
You had to have a way to contact them if there was a change in plans.
Did you have a number? You got a number. What's the number, Cajun?
12 by 50, code 1.
12 by 50, go.
Control to 12 by 50. We have the information requested on that unlisted phone number. Address is business listed as Atlas Rendering Company, 3340 Santa Ana and Clara.
Got it, out. Pass the news to Pete. Tell him to meet us there.
12Y50 to 12Y52.
Yeah, this is 5-2. What do you got, Pep?
Maybe the end of the line. Meet us there, Pete. Bill says to lay back.
I hear you.
Here's the place. Atlas Rendering Company. Santa Ana and Clara.
The last truck unloaded a few minutes ago and split.
How do you know it was the last truck?
Because they took in all the hand trucks and dollies.
Good. Pepper, stay with the radio. You better call for some backup.
Okay, you got it. 12Y50. 12Y50. Request backup units at Atlas Rendering Company, Santa Ana and Clara. Did you read me?
Yeah, here it is, Spiro.
That's great, Joey.
Okay?
That's great.
I don't know who he is, but the green one belongs to Perry.
You sure?
I've been tailing him long enough.
Hey, Spiro.
Let's go.
It's the heat. Kids, Joey. I'll torch this place and we'll get out the back way.
Attention all units responding to Atlas Rendering Company. Officers need help. Shots fired. Did you read me?
Police! Where is he? Where is he? Stop while you're dead! Where is he? Where is he? Where's my partner, man? You better tell me or you're never gonna see another day and I'm Police, hold her right there!
Don't get out. Stay right there.
Hold her right there. Put your hands on the car. Back up.
You all right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Where is he?
Storeroom.
Huh?
He's
Where-
inside
where's
in the storeroom.
Come on.
I thought I told you to stay with the radio.
I stayed with the radio.
You sure you're okay?
You want to check my bruises?
I'll get you later.
Ooh,
A special feast for special friends.
it's our way of saying thanks. Specialty of the house.
The pride of Armenia, liver tirana.
It's a little oily, but you'll love it. Vince, keep the garlic down just a little bit. Yeah, please.
Don't keep it down too much.
You eat too much.
I love it. I love it.
I know. Oh,
I can't eat that.
we have to be polite. You know, it can't be rude.
Oh, but maybe you better tell him that you don't eat meat. Just tell him you're a vegetarian.
Listen, I'm a very light eater. I was wondering if you had any celery soup or something.
Sure, we got celery soup spiced with a little debrushka, huh?
Sounds great. Thank you.
What's the bruschka? The bruschka's that little, No, well, the bruschka's,
Bruschka is,
Goat meat, grape leaves, pickled lamb chops, and
That's right, sow belly, pickled pig's feet, souse.
There's a bomb in my car.
What kind of a cop are you?
A scared one is what I am. It was you, wasn't it?
I don't know. Was it? Psycho?
No, worse.
No, I can kill you anytime I like.
We got time. We got time. You got an hour.
Yeah, whole hour. To change, get out there, get set up. Ah, you believe this day?
I think if I did, I'd lie down to sleep through it. All right, follow me. Let's go.
I got friends on the street, lady. You know what that means?
If I don't, you'll tell me.
They'll die for me. They'll find out where you live. That's what it means, lady.
You got a big mouth, kid. You know that?
Oh, chalk up another one for the day. The air conditioning still doesn't work. I'll get changed.
I'm gonna give maintenance another call. And that was 432, huh?
342, I think.
432. Yeah, this is Crowley. No, nobody showed up. Well, get on it, will you? Listen, I tell you what we can do. We can just take off all our clothes and stand around naked, and then we can call in the papers and let them see what kind of conditions we're working under. Wait. This place is falling apart, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Pete, what's up? Oh, they don't want to spend the night in the lockup without air conditioning. I tell you what, you tell those punks. If they get too hot, tell them to breathe on each other. Yeah, then you and Joe get in here. Yeah. Now, we got that pier set up as soon as... Did you just cut me off?
No, I didn't touch it.
My phone's not working again.
I'm sorry, sir. It's the rainy
Yeah,
season.
it's a lot easier in the jungle.
This is a jungle.
It's a little cooler out here.
About the only spot that is.
Yeah, it'll be storming pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. Best time for fishing.
You're pretty casual about that.
What, my open box? Around here, everything's casual. You wouldn't want me to stand out, would you?
No, not at all. All right, you show me yours, I'll show you mine.
It's all there.
It better be.
Now yours.
All right, help yourself.
Same quality as a sample?
Come on, I know who I'm dealing with. You don't have to worry.
Look, friend, I'm not worried. I mean, I'm just the bag lady. If that turns out to be rat poison, I don't get hassled you till you get pinned to the ground and get fed to you with a spoon.
You're a charming lady to do business with. Bye-bye.
Good night. The big fish has just bit. It needs to be reeled in.
12 by 50 to Unit 3. Suspect has the money. Be ready to back us up.
Roger, 12 by 50.
Put your hands up. Up, up. What?
Hold it! Don't move. Drop your gun. Drop it.
All right, all right.
All right, get the sand. Come on, let's go. Okay. Take a stand. Let's go. Head your back. All right. Let's go.
We got it.
You like playing cop, don't you?
You're not playing, Como.
We'll see. Meanwhile, do me a favor. Drop dead.
You know what I was thinking out there on the pier? How great it would be just to jump in that cold ocean and stay there all night.
Well, you can always go back.
I don't have a bathing suit.
I don't either. Let's go back.
That's what I like about men. You know what they're thinking. You don't have to guess.
What's on my mind right now?
Bet you're glad today is over.
Yeah, that too.
You know what occurred to me? All of us were in on the punt bust, and all of us were in on the Como bust. X number of men and one woman, and yet when they let their anger out, it was against the one woman. Now, what do you think about that, Dr. Freud?
Well, I think, Sergeant Anderson, that the woman stands for the motor figure.
The motor figure?
The motor figure. So they get pretty angry when she comes down on them. See, they know that Papa's a louse going in.
Oh, no wonder you're my boss. It's been a rough day. You want to go to Vinny's?
Sure, I'm easy.
I mean, after I change, after I make out the reports on the punks, after I make out the Como report.
Oh. Just wait me when you're ready, Sarge. You guys making any headway? I don't know how much longer we can work at this sweatbox.
Oh, it's in the thermostat someplace.
Oh,
It's downtown area every
Yeah, no,
year.
it's probably the rainy season, right? It stops everything except heat and crime.
Hey.
What?
You ready?
What?
Vinny's, remember?
Oh, listen, we got a call from my DA's office. Got an appointment tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. What appointment?
The review of your testimony in that rape case.
Oh, 9 o'clock. Yeah, I don't want to lose that one. He's a real sick one.
Well, you can scratch it. The defendant was beaten up in county jail. The case is off the calendar. Miss Freeman said she'd be in touch with you. Let's get out of here. Mike, would you warm that up for me?
Yeah, it's good tonight.
Hi, Pep. Bill.
Hi,
Bill.
Hi,
Pep.
fellas.
How about a tequila straight and a beer? You guys are not gonna believe this.
They fixed the air conditioner.
No, you know our prime suspect?
They didn't let him go.
No, not the driver. He's not important. We got him.
No, but Mr. John Como is out on bail.
How much bail for Como?
$100,000 worth.
So now he's walking the streets a free man, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Out on the street, even before my report gets processed, I've had enough
Pepper, let
coffee
me tell
and
you
aggravation.
something. You did a hell of a job moving into that organization.
Sure. Listen, drive carefully. The streets are slippery. I'm going home.
Sorry.
Stay dry, Pep.
Good night, darling.
Hope that'll do it, Sergeant. It's been happening all over town. Like I said, when
Yeah, well, maybe you better just keep yourself available, okay?
Yes.
Still no answer. She's not home.
It's not like Pep. She always calls in when she...
Sorry I'm late.
Well, where have you been?
Well, I just had to get a little sleep, that's all.
Well, what's the matter? You sick?
No, not really.
What's the matter, Pep? Huh?
You're gonna get mad.
Well, maybe I won't get mad.
I'm telling you, you're not gonna like it.
Just tell me what it is, Pep, okay?
Last night after I left you guys, somebody tried to run me down.
Where?
Outside of Vinny's.
You mean deliberately?
He convinced me.
Did you get his license number?
No, I couldn't even get a good look at the car with the rain.
Wait a minute, why didn't you come back in the bar?
Told you you'd get mad.
No, I don't understand, Pep. I mean, why didn't you come back into Vinny's?
Because I was running, I was scared, I just wanted to get home.
What kind of a cop are you?
A scared one is what I am. How would you like it if a car was trying to run you down all over the street?
Stiles. It's him, Bill.
It's who?
Pep, you know somebody named Napoleon?
Yes, he's a snitch of mine.
Well, he's been called 4 or 5 times. He won't speak to anyone but you.
Hello. Yeah, how are you? Okay, all right, I'll meet you there in about 20 minutes. Okay, same place.
What's happening in 20 minutes?
He's got something good. Wants to see me alone.
I'm going with you. I'm just gonna follow you, okay?
I wouldn't mind. Let's go. Napoleon's turned out to be a pretty good source.
Well, if he's on that burglary gang, you can give him a bonus.
I plan to.
Oh, yeah?
Why do you wear your coat when it's so hot?
Are you kidding? I'm like an Arab. It reflects the heat, keeps me cool. Listen, I'll go get my car.
Reflects the heat? There's a bomb in my car. Get the bomb squad.
This is 12Y50, 4th and Olive. Get the bomb squad. Move to.
Get a bomb!
Hold it! Stop! Police emergency!
Hold it! Hold it! Stop! Police! Hold it right there!
Hold it! Hold it! Get back! Let's get away. Come on. What's going on?
Wish the hell I knew.
Como?
It's a strong possibility.
I'm Mr. Como's attorney, not his parole officer.
Yeah, well, try to remember. He must have said something to give you an idea about where he went.
Just that he'd be out of town until his arraignment. Would you explain to me, please, what this is all about?
Last night, your client threatened me, and since then there have been 2 attempts on my life.
I see.
We want Como brought in for questioning.
Sergeant Crowley.
Mr. Marston, I'm holding you responsible as an officer of the court.
I promise you my fullest cooperation.
You said you could wear your raincoat, for heaven's sake. But you
Napoleon's been calling. Sound real upset. So I told him you had an emergency.
There he goes again. I don't want you meeting him alone until this thing's over.
Bill.
Don't argue with him.
Hello.
Well, Sergeant Anderson, how does it feel?
What? What?
How does it feel?
What? Who is this?
How does it feel not to know what's going to happen next?
It doesn't feel good.
That's only the beginning, Sergeant. Only the beginning.
Can you tell me why?
Pete, I want a bug put on my phone. Also, I want a bug put on my home phone, okay?
Right.
That sound like Como's voice to any of you?
I couldn't tell.
Me either.
Pep? How would you feel about having a guard placed at your apartment?
You think that's necessary?
Don't you?
Fellas, I'm a cop.
Anytime I like.
stage knife. He obviously wasn't going to kill you with this.
He said I can kill you anytime I like. I can't figure out how he got in. The door downstairs wasn't even forced. He went out right through there.
Pep, I checked all the windows. They're all locked. Now, you must have left this open.
With that rain, I would never have left it open. It was locked.
Well, we're going to have to find you a new place to stay till we nail this nut. Get dressed. Tonight you're going to spend with me. Come on, get changed. I'll be downstairs.
Hey.
We'll drop this off at the lab.
I know you heard it before, Sergeant, but I really think the phones are going to be okay now.
Yeah, fine.
Every available man has been working through the night, including me.
We appreciate that.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Do you think Como had anything to do with this?
I don't know.
Pep, what about your friend Napoleon?
He has no cause, Bill.
We can't overlook any possibility. Joe.
Yeah?
I want you to work with Pep. I want a complete file of everybody who's ever threatened your life, I mean in the last 2 years. Also, anybody that you might have the slightest idea would like to see you dead.
Does that include you three?
That's very funny. I want to know everything there is to know about him, including what kind of toothpaste they use.
Okay, I'll get started on it.
Yeah, it must be a real psycho to take on a cop. Stop. Hold the phone a half second. It's Napoleon on 5.
Not tonight, Josephine.
He won't meet with anyone else. If I stand him up again, we lose him.
If you go, we go together.
Yeah, what you got? Listen, I can meet you, but there's a new department policy I can't do anything about. I have to bring my partner along. Mm-hmm. And Napoleon, dear, it is the only way I can deal with you. Okay, I'll see if I can get him to wait in the car.
Boy, as hot as it is out here, it's better than the inside,
Must be at least 100 in there.
Hey, listen, Pep. How sure are you that this snitch of yours, this Napoleon's not involved in this thing?
You'll know when you see him.
Yeah, well, I'm not forgetting that he's the one you're on your way to meet just before that little bomb incident. You are okay, aren't you?
Cut it out, I'm okay.
What are you snapping at me for? I'm not the one doing these things to you. Pep, seriously, what's your gut reaction, you know? Down deep inside, what do you feel?
I've been shot at before, people trying to blow me away, but this just feels different.
How? How does it feel different?
It feels like somebody's trying to push me over the edge, drive me a little crazy.
What purpose would that serve?
I don't know.
A psycho?
No. Worse. Somebody who knows exactly what they're doing.
Wonder what Napoleon's got.
That gang's M.O. And their hangout, I hope. Sure is hot.
Is that him up there?
Yeah. It's right on time.
Nice of you to show this time.
I told you it couldn't be helped. Aren't you hot?
I never sweat. Is that your partner?
Mm-hmm.
Tell him to keep his mouth shut about me. I got a lot of contacts, see, and they wouldn't take kindly in my talking to cops.
Right.
You bring the money? How much?
How much? You know my limit's $50.
It's all right. I want another 50 after you collar this group. It's a bunch of new kids. About 20 of them. Clean, short hair. Like back in the 50s, taken after their fathers, I guess.
Go on.
They operate out of an auto body shop at 2421 Brady Street. Back room looks like a regular warehouse.
I told you they'd do something if they found out I was talking to you. I told you. Hey! Hey, what are you doing? Hey, wait a minute. What are you doing? I didn't he set you up.
Oh,
Give me your
come on.
cups. He set you up. Give me your
He didn't
cups.
have anything to do with it.
Give me that cup. You think I'm a nothing, don't you? You know who I am? You know what I can do? When they needed me in the war. Look at when they needed somebody to crawl into those bellies. Shut up! For those airplanes. Ah. Look! Somebody tried to kill me, so I get arrested. Come on! I didn't do anything.
Well, sweetheart, you've done it again.
What can I tell you? It's a furnished apartment. This must be the guys.
Well, we brought you something nice.
Pep, I'll put suitcase right over here. I had a lady pack it, so I know you'll have everything you need.
Thanks, Pete. What you got, Joe?
Come on, dig in now.
You don't have to ask me twice.
Gourmet cooking a la cardboard, huh?
Bring an extra chair, Bill.
Why don't you eat some, Pep?
Well, I'm on a new diet, Joe. It's called Run for Your Life.
What about Como? Did we hear anything?
Oh, yeah. Como's arraignments in the morning. Did you come up with any more suspects yet?
Just those 5, you can scratch 3. They're in prison.
And we're working on the other 2.
Now, what about Napoleon?
Had him sprung.
Good.
We'll see. At least his information checked out. Hey, Pete, we had that auto body shop staked out.
All right, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
How long am I going to have to be cooped up here?
You play gin?
Gin.
Well, you weren't kidding when you said you played. Yes.
Marie? Yes, Bill Crowley. Pepper there?
Crowley.
33 points. Hi. I'm coming in.
That's crazy.
No, I'm going crazy, just sitting around here being cooped up.
I don't want you taking the chance, Pep.
I'm coming in.
Pepper, I really wish you wouldn't. But listen, now if you come in, you take advantage of those escorts. You getting my message?
I am not looking to be hurt. See you.
Talcum powder.
Obviously, we have no control over this. He's just gonna kill me whenever he feels like it. Right?
But, Pep, if there's something you think I'm not doing, just spit it out, will you?
I guess I'm not willing to admit how really scared I am. I'm sorry, Bill.
Okay. Come over early, man.
Oh, excuse me, Sergeant.
Yeah?
Only fair to tell you it's going to be a couple days yet. The compressor. Even with overtime, we can't get it done. Good man.
I tell you, I don't think we can stand it for a couple of more days.
Yeah. I'll see if I can put a couple of extra men on.
Okay, why don't you do that? Just put a couple of extra men on.
Good.
Pete.
Yeah.
Anything from the lab on that second note?
Not much.
Well, no.
Came in this morning.
Just more of the same thing, you know, like your time's getting shorter, that kind of thing.
Well, there weren't any prints, but the typewriter make and model has been established. Also, the letter F is very unclear on that machine. Top part's much lighter than the bottom.
What about the knife? Nothing?
Nothing.
That's all we got so far, nothing. You know, the weirdest thing about this guy is the way that he's willing to try anything. He doesn't care what he tries.
Maybe that's why he gets away with everything.
We couldn't even get anybody to identify the car, much less the license plates.
Most we got is the fact that he needed body work.
Oh. I found a parking ticket I forgot to pay. Sergeant Anderson.
The game is finally over, Sergeant. Now you're going to die. In just a few more hours.
Excuse me. It's so noisy in here. Could you say that again? I didn't hear you.
Who was it? Was it him?
He said I was going to die in a few hours. Why? Something's made up his mind. I could hear it in his voice. Something's changed for him.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, will you?
What's that, buddy?
My car's in the garage. How about bringing it around to the service entrance for me?
Got it. Come on, take a walk with me.
How come he always knows where I am?
I'm assigning 2 policewomen to stay with you at my place.
It's not necessary, Bill. Come on.
No, I'll stay at a hotel. Pep, I know how tough it is. I mean, anybody would have the shakes in this kind of a
I
situation.
appreciate what you're saying. Bill, we're looking for a killer. It just happens to be mine. I'll be okay.
Gonna be home for a while.
Tell me the truth. Got a sink full of dishes in there? He meant it that time.
Bet he did.
Get out! Get that bus out of the way! Get out of the way!
I'm looking for Sergeant Crowley.
Oh, he's right over here.
Freddie, just... Yeah, come in, will you? Freddie, listen, I gotta have this guy's whereabouts. Just stay on top of it, will you? Okay. Marcia, what can I do for you?
How can you work on all this heat?
Not well. What's up?
I just came from court. John Como didn't show up for his arraignment. I thought you ought to know right away.
Did he make any attempt to contact you?
None.
Marcia, listen, if you hear anything else, let me know right away, will you?
Of course.
I appreciate you coming in.
This is 7910 requesting DMV on 76 Triumph. California license 549, boy Adam K.
Roger, 7910. License number 549, boy Adam King, registered to Big Bell Rental Agency.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. I was barely doing 60, officer.
May I have your license, please?
Sure. My insurance rate will skyrocket if you give me a ticket, you know.
Well, I clocked you at 62 miles per hour, which is 7 miles over the speed limit.
Sure. You know, you hardly see anybody going 55 anymore. Look at that.
7910 requesting wanton warrant on a John R. Como, 8136 Mammoth, Ventura.
Roger, 7910. Stand by.
Mr. Como, would you mind turning the engine off and getting out of the car, please?
Oh, sure. Certainly. My friend here tells me you're having a little trouble, Sergeant.
He didn't deny or admit anything.
Oh, but why should I? With all the charges against me, why should I?
It was you, wasn't it?
I don't know. Was it?
Como?
You see, the charges against me now are dealing narcotics, jumping bail, resisting arrest. And now you want to add on assault with attempt to commit murder. Go ahead. But, and here's the catch, you'll have to prove it.
Are you saying you didn't attempt to murder Sergeant Anderson?
No, I didn't say that. Did you hear me say that? I didn't say that.
What did you say, Como?
What I did say was... Well, I'll tell you what I didn't say. I didn't say that I did do it. You get it? Hey, when do I see my lawyer anyway?
Stands to reason he wouldn't admit it.
Yeah, Como was really enjoying himself. What do you think, Pep? Como?
I don't know. Probably.
Well, we only had 2 other suspects, and neither of them was in town.
And the 3 in prison?
No, 2. DA's office called again. The one in Chino died from a beating.
Oh, he died, huh?
Yeah, that's what he said. Now, Como was the only one who had any reason to kill me. There just isn't anybody else that makes any sense.
Well, he's not going to bother you or anybody else for a long time to come, believe me. Pep, why don't you take a few days off?
Now, I'm all right. I'm just so glad it's over.
That's a good idea, Pep. Get a little time to relax.
Where would I go? I mean, if I stay home, I have to clean the house. I'm okay.
What about the mountains?
All right.
My sleeping bag has a hole in it.
I can fix that. Fred McKnight has a cabin. He told me anytime I wanted to use it to feel free.
I'm fine.
It's 3 hours from town, it's on a lake, and there are no telephones.
No telephones?
You know, the 2 of us could use a little R&R, you know?
I love the mountains, huh? Cool breeze,
Definitely.
really nice nights.
No telephones?
What do you say?
I could use it. Could I leave in the morning?
You got it.
It will be a little cooler in the mountains. However, if only a little. Expected temperature 75 to 76 degrees. Add to this a predicted 102 degrees in the high deserts, 100...
Yeah, those crooks could have opened a warehouse with all the goods they got.
Again, I feel a little sorry about the way I treated Napoleon. What's that, the report on Como?
Yep, almost finished. Oh, Bill, hold it. You know, Pepper tried to reach Napoleon last night.
What about?
About that other $50 you owed him. But the desk clerk said he checked out.
He'll be back. Snitches don't give up $50 that easy.
Yeah. There we go. Check that over, Bill.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being at the mountains right about now?
I can imagine.
Really?
What's the temperature there?
TV says 75. 76.
75, 76. We might have
Joe.
to go up there and coax her back.
Joe.
Yeah, typo?
No, where are the notes?
What notes?
The notes to Pepper, what'd you do with them?
In my desk.
Get them for me, please. Yes, I have. Come on, please.
What? What's wrong?
You know how that F doesn't strike evenly in the notes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing in this report Joe just typed. Look at this. Those notes were typed on this machine. pieces together ourselves. Yeah, look, just get somebody up there right away, will you, please? Okay, thanks very much.
Confirmation from the lab. The notes were typed on that machine, all right. Now, did you have any luck reaching the ranger station?
Yeah, they're sending one of their men up.
This is Atkins. Put me through to Ward.
Hang on.
What do you got, Mike?
There's nobody's at the Caswell cabin.
That's strange.
What you want me to do? Hang around here or what?
Meet you over in Sector 15. A kid broke his leg. Do what you can for him until the ambulance comes. Then check back.
I know, it's mighty strange around here. A lot of people running around here I don't know.
Yeah, the air conditioning repair man, cleaning people.
Don't forget the electrician.
Yeah, but they were only there one day.
Well, the rest of them were in and out a hell of a lot.
You know, it could have been somebody on the floor, because nothing's locked.
Now we know how the guy got into her apartment, because she keeps her purse in that bottom drawer half the time.
Yeah, you know, and he waited for his chance, made an impression of the key, and got a duplicate.
With who?
Hey, it's on again. All right.
Hey, wait a minute. This guy's been here all the time. Hey, buddy. Buddy, come on down. We'd like to ask you some questions.
Yes, sir?
How long you been here?
Since before you came in?
I've never noticed.
I thought he was the same.
But where's the regular guy? What happened to him?
Simmons?
Yeah.
He called in sick. They rushed me right over. Got me out of bed at 5:30.
Yeah, well, you keep checking. Believe me, it's important. She still hadn't arrived yet. Did you find out anything?
Full name, Daniel J. Simmons.
Doesn't mean anything to me.
That kind of rings a bell. He doesn't have a record.
Okay, got it. Look, check him out. Now. Okay. They're sending a couple of men up to his house. Look, you stay on top of that, yeah?
No. No, listen. I'll be right here if you hear anything, okay? Okay.
Nobody home. Neighbors say he left this morning, hasn't been seen since. Hey, Bill, Simmons, the name. Wasn't that on Pepper's list of 5 suspects?
He was the guy that was beaten to death at Chino, wasn't he?
That's right.
What? Here we go. Father's name. Daniel James Simmons. All right, let's move. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, Captain Cross, this is Sergeant Crowley. Listen, we got a problem here. We got to have a chopper right away. I don't care about that. Let's get one from the sheriff's department.
Space Station to Unit 1. Got anything, Mike?
Somebody's car is here. Another one been parked down the road, but there ain't nobody in the cabin. You got a description? sec. Put me through to Ward.
Just a second.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, there's some shooting going on. Sectors 36, 37. I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, well, I'll send Bonner to help. Be careful.
Roger, out.
How much longer?
ETA, approximately 10 minutes.
Don't move.
Why are you doing this?
For my son, Jimmy Simmons. You remember Jimmy, don't you, Sergeant Anderson?
Mr. Simmons, I'm sorry, but your son died from a beating in prison.
He wouldn't have been in prison if it hadn't been for you. You set him up. You testified against him at his trial, but you didn't tell the truth. How you lured him, how you wear clothes in such a way that
5 women identified him as their rapist. I didn't lure him.
they're gonna believe you? You're all alike. You wear your clothes, everything to lure a man.
Men were raping women in covered wagons when they wore skirts, long skirts and blouses up to their necks. Your son was sick.
No.
Killing me is not going to bring your son back. Put the gun down.
He was all I had. He was good.
Put it down.
It's gonna haunt you. What you told the jury, but when they killed him, I knew I had to take revenge. I'd never hold my head up. You hear me? And I'm gonna kill you! Hold it!
Listen, if I lost my kid, I'm sure I'd go crazy too.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we got up here when we did, even though we wasn't much help.
If you hadn't notified the ranger station, I wouldn't be here.
I don't even like to think about that.
I'm just glad Mike wasn't killed.
Oh, it's Mike now, is it?
When they're good looking, it's Mike, is it now?
Excuse us.
Well, he's in for a nice thank you, and he gets back.
Uh-huh.
From all of us.
Speaking of thank yous, if I ever suggest you go to the mountains for a rest again, you just hit me in the head with something, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Look, since we're all here, why don't we take advantage of it,
Oh,
right?
Good idea.
Thank you.
You like to chop wood?
Pete doesn't mind.
And you like hauling water half a mile?
Bill will love it.
You don't mind sleeping with mosquitoes?
You never seem to bite me.
Have a great time, because I am going back to my apartment. Dr. Freud, anybody want to lift back into town?
I wouldn't ride with anybody that talked like that.